Good day, all creatures of various challenge ratings, and welcome to Kingdom of Aldana, where lightning never strikes the same place twice. Previously, on our episode, or whatever this is, we have explored the aftermath of Tyrann Town's attempt to take down Cerulus, or to capture him. Being one step away from a complete failure, they have lost Dragon Mouser to an explosion, and trying to retrieve his body, Melora Novel, has expired as well. Summoning their allies and requesting help from everyone they could, they rushed east towards the woodlands, where they were supposed to meet their friend, Sullen Greyfellow, to participate in a ritual of resurrection in order to bring Melora and Dragon back. On your way there, you have been encountered by various troubles, some of which we have not seen yet, some of which came in the form of assassins that once again stole a little bit of your body parts for whatever terrible magic or considerers would like to use on you. But the day ended well, with first resurrection ritual succeeding and Traeger coming back to life, even though being not completely himself. Now, the next ritual waits. The rituals that will decide the fate of Melora and, to be fair, all of your group. And before we begin, I would like everyone except for Melora to remove your sound, remove your microphone, because this is one-on-one. And for the future, if one of my players is watching this and you haven't been a part of this scene, don't watch it. Melora?
Yes, I'm here.
Very well. The last thing you remember is the pressure of the ocean all around you, the darkness, trying to cling to Trego and get him up, and the inrush of water into your lungs, the pain, the burning sensation, and darkness. You come to darkness, which is slowly replaced by light, or by just enough light to give you a 10-foot radius sphere of being able to see something. Beyond that, it's nothingness, not even darkness, but complete absence of light. There's cold, monolith stone, marble-like, beneath your feet. No ceiling, no walls you can see, just darkness spreading everywhere.
I have there's nothing that gives me any kind of direction or anything like that. It's just a huge wide open space.
You don't know what kind of space it is because it's dark.
I'm gonna call out, "Hello? Is anybody there?"
Nothing seems to respond, and no echo comes back from your voice.
Where the heck am I? If I stop my foot on the ground, there's no echo from that at all?
The sound of your foot hitting the stone, it's solid. That's it.
Shit. I'm gonna, God. I'm gonna try again. Hello? And she's gonna say it a little bit louder. Please, is anybody there? Can someone tell me where I am?
Complete silence is your answer.
I'm gonna try casting a spell. Can I cast daylight?
You have to cast a spell only to see that, well, you're there, your clothes, you yourself, but your stuff is gone, your bag is gone, everything that was on you, your equipment, your items are all gone. It's just you.
Oh, I know. Ralph!
Wait, expecting to hear the footsteps of an omnipresent Ralph. But it's not coming. Wherever you are, it's far away.
I guess I'm too far away from anybody to hear me. She's gonna look around. I guess. Oh God, she's gonna bite her lower lip. And she's gonna slowly start to walk in a forward direction, unsure of herself because she has no idea where the hell she's going.
It seems that the sphere of light follows along with you, illuminating your path, never becoming small, never becoming big, just wide enough to allow you to move without stumbling. And as you walk, the floor doesn't change. There is some pattern to it, but it seems random and you lose sight of it quickly. There's no wall you hit, no door, no signs of any change. No sounds, no voices, nothing comes at you from the darkness as you walk.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble. And she's just gonna keep looking around for different signs of something to tell her where she's at. If she can't find anything, she's just gonna drop to her knees, trying to come up with something to get out of here.
Well, I'm not sure how long has it been since you've been here or since you've been walking. There's nothing to indicate the passage of time, no light, no change, and not even sure if your internal clock are working right. At one moment it seems like you've walked for maybe 10-15 seconds. Sometimes it feels like you've been here forever and you're never gonna leave this place. Whatever it is.
She's gonna sigh softly to herself. Did I fail everyone? Did I fail Trigo? Oh no. And she's gonna start crying a little. And try calling out again. Please? Can anybody hear me? She's not much else she can do. She's gonna keep trying to walk on. See if she comes across something, anything. Is my Sky Soul responding to anything?
Your what?
The Sky Soul that she's got, the marking on her chest? Like, does
Oh.
she feel anything from that?
No. No. No, you do not.
As she's walking, she's just gonna start panicking a little, having the heavy breaths, getting very afraid, very worried.
As the breath becomes heavy, it brings back the memory of the panic in your head, the burning in your lungs, the darkness of the ocean floor.
Oh,
You barely got down there. There's no way your friends could have gotten there in time.
Oh, and the realization hits her face. I died. I wasn't able to save him. And she drops to her knees and starts sobbing.
A slow clapping comes from the darkness, as in the first time and forever. You hear another sound, the one that you didn't make, sound of like claws or very tough boots clicking on the stone as the steps move towards you. The sphere of light not so much extends as disappears and merges with the darkness around, turning the whole atmosphere into monochrome gray. As your vision adjusts, you see the shape from which this clapping seems to come from. A female figure, not much taller than you, but for some reason she feels larger than life. In a matte black dress covering her from neck to the floor, hiding her feet, her boots. Her face is covered by a black veil, and on the skin you can see are the two hands with long, slender, white fingers and black fingernails. They protrude from fancy, wide sleeves covered in raven black feathers. She stops clapping and crosses her hands. I greet you to my domain, Melora Stoneweaver.
The stone weaver? No, she's hesitantly trying to wipe her eyes dry. My name was Novelle.
Was. I congratulate you. Not many come so quickly to terms with what has happened to them. Death comes to all, but all meet her in different ways. How will you meet me, Melora?
I know I died. I wish there was something else I could have done to help my friends. I know this is my fate, but I really want to help them. I can't. And she's just a nervous wreck right now.
Do you wish to return, Melora Stoneweaver?
Is it even possible?
Hey, even as we speak, your friends are trying to bring you back. The only question is, will they succeed? Will I allow them to succeed? Why must you return? So many haven't. What makes you different?
She hesitates for a minute. I'll be honest, ma'am. I'm not sure what would make me different. There's probably many more people deserving than I am to be brought back, but
Good. Then we're done here. We shall remain dead.
no, please, the only thing I can say is I just want to go back to help them. Please.
I'm enjoying
I don't-
this. You have abandoned your right to speak with me as equals, Milord Stoneweaver. You have abandoned your fate, your right, your responsibility. And for these crimes, I deny you the peace of death. For now.
My responsibilities.
You will return to yours, and you will walk your path and return to your fate. You will have two choices, both capable of changing the fate of the world, and both will lead you to losing the ones you love. Then, perhaps, your penance will be complete.
My penance, I don't understand. Did I do something
The face of
wrong?
the woman fades into the darkness,
Wait,
as
please.
does your vision. And you lose everything. Next thing you see is falling, hitting the ground. You are in a circle. A strange creature of light, winged, spread above you and your friends, including Trego, in a circle all around you, all around your dead body. The world remains the same monochrome gray it was just moments before. And you hear your friends speak, though they do not respond to your voice. I would like Aaron to come back.
Hype. Well,
so last we left off, I've succeeded to bring Traeger back. Not in the best of shapes, as your body, Traeger, is quite...
is he all right or is he all left
lacking.
now?
Is he like this living, water-bloated corpse just kill me?
Oh no, he looks to be alive, proper color. His left arm, however, is completely missing, and between his left side being completely covered in burn scars, for it seems that whatever issue this was, it has somewhat healed and scarified his tissue between similar scarified left side of his face and the previously gained acid scars that was covering his chest. Well,
He's been replaced by better scars.
The best scars.
A lot of the best scars.
what can be said is Traeger is not the best representative of a healthy person right now.
Last I remember, Scarlet and Jahan were sort of helping him up slash crushing him with a hug.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm also definitely just gonna walk.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You start.
You hug me! No, you hug me! No, you hug me! No, you hug me!
Well, Jahan is fucking everyone in the near vicinity of where Trego is laying. And then he also goes, "Oh, I actually got you something. It's not a lot, but I think it's something that you will like." And he takes the clothes that he bought back at the market. One of the 3 sets. It's like they're probably a bit too big and not the right size and probably awful colors, but just like green. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a better placement to what you're wearing right now, which has strips of white cloth.
Bandages and stuff. So, yeah, you might want to put that on. I'm glad you're back. But...
Where's Melora?
Yeah, about that.
We're getting through that.
What's the last thing you remember?
The big explosion, a lot of heat, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, it didn't immediately get Melora, but when we were sort of scrounging what was left of the ship and looking for you because you didn't turn up, Scarlet and her went diving for you, and they spotted you, but Melora didn't come back up. She died trying to save you down there, but not quite succeeding. We have her here as well, just the way we got you here as well to meet with Salan.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alan. She died to save me?
Yes,
Well, she died to fail to save you, but
Salan,
it's the
shut
thought that counts.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, having...
How about you take a couple of minutes, eat something, drink something, I don't know, whatever you feel like right now, but
I
and
can
also
make you something.
he could maybe gather
When can we
your
bring her back?
thoughts. Well, I think it would be best if you had a couple of minutes to gather your thoughts before Salan starts with the second ritual.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Stand up. Am I all naked or just?
You're in bandages, right?
yeah.
And there's you've been offered clothes, so also
I'll
your
put them
armor
on
is
really
somewhere on our
quickly.
carriage.
Nevertheless,
the
as
clothes
you try to stand up, first, it feels like you've been asleep forever. Your body is aching, not quite listening to itself. You feel weaker than you ever felt before. And then missing a limb does seem to make you lose your sense of balance, and if not for Jahan, you may have stumbled, fell again, but holds you up a little bit.
No, it looks like you definitely need a couple of minutes and something in your stomach. Jahan, could you prepare him something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
On it. And Jan rushes off to make some food and use the dice of inspiration he got from the ritual.
I'm afraid if you're talking about the one that Leos gave to you, doesn't
Yeah.
matter, never mind.
That's yeah. And I am definitely gonna be catching Trego up on how many days it's been since, where we are exactly, that we didn't tell his parents if anything that anything was wrong.
Yeah,
When-
what exactly happened? Where are we right now?
We are where on the middle between Nebo and Ackerland, sort of where the big road leads off towards Tor northwards. It's been 9-10 days approximately since the ship, and we are hunted, or not hunted, but we are definitely not welcome back in Nebo from what Severus told Lias about. This will all be made out to be our fault.
Didn't we engage out of Nimble Waters?
No, too early. We would have had to wait many more hours for that. Also, if we had waited, maybe the fireworks would have actually been used as fireworks instead of the way they were used, but who knows about that.
So not until we prove that Cerolius is...
How do we prove?
I don't know how, but I'm saying just
Yeah,
until
we're
we
not.
prove he's guilty, we can't go back to Nimbo.
Well, how about we
Unlike-
talk about the reasons to die later? We have a ritual to perform.
I think it's best if we give Trego a little while to recover before
We're
we start
fine.
the
Let's do
second
this.
one.
Let's do
Wonderful.
this.
Can he recover while I talk?
Yes.
Definitely.
So,
Also,
things. One, this worked. That's great. Never done this before. It worked. Wonderful. Couple things I understood. A, that big shiny thing. Have no idea what it is. Haven't asked to my queen, so I don't think there's much arguing with it. Then, now that I'm thinking about this, the way it works, it's all great that you're trying to have back and everything, but when we'll bring you back, I mean, I know what about everybody else, what they said, but I was talking about how it's your fate to be alive and lead us in this fight against the darkness, and then there's no better option for the Raven Queen. And this worked, I guess. Maybe it didn't. Maybe somebody else persuaded her. But I'm pretty certain that if you're going to die again, it's not gonna work. I can't continue saying that it's your fate to lead us and you keep dying again. I mean, that means it's your fate to die. So, next time, if you die, there's gotta be some other reason for you to come back. Just saying.
Okay.
Well, and there's other stuff I need to tell you, but I guess it waits until we see what happens to Melora.
sure. I'll be right back. Couple of minutes. Scarlet, do you have a moment?
Yes, of course.
I'll just take her like half a minute walk away from where everyone else is standing or preparing food or whatever. And well,
Yes?
it's nice we have him back, right?
Yes.
I don't think I need to tell you this because you're pretty smart. I think I'll do it just in case anyway.
Well, shoot me.
I don't think it'll be a good idea for you to participate in Melora's ritual.
Oh, I had no intention to.
Good. And
It would
I
be
hope-
rude to say bad things, and I have nothing else to say, so it is
Mhm.
better to remain silent.
I'm sure you know how Trego would react if you were to interfere with it the way Salan alluded to previously.
Well, I understand what you mean. And I would be offended by the implications if we were in a different situation, but it's your friends, you care about them, I understand that.
Good. You know, first I thought about threatening you, then I thought that probably won't do shit, so this way is much more lovely.
You know, just a little bit of an advice. At least some of your friends seem to be under the believe that it is fine to threaten me and I will not do anything with it. You should not.
That's why I said
it is
I didn't
quite
do it.
obvious that I did not need to do anything to you because you are more likely than not to kill yourselves. Seeing as how
That is fair
careless and stupid your actions are.
Yeah, almost as sensitive as you are to the word threat. I'll just leave it at a thank you very much.
Right. Well, there are other things to consider after the ritual. Hopefully it succeeds.
Yes, there are other things to consider.
I will be on a lookout.
Good. Then I think I'm just heading back towards where Salan is probably preparing.
Anything specific you guys want to do during this intermission, so to speak?
Nothing in
Cooked.
particular.
Nah. I'll
Yep.
just keep an eye on Scarlet.
Yeah, make your quick and roll if you want to, Jahan.
Yes.
Good luck.
And did I still have the inspiration?
In theory you wouldn't. In theory you wouldn't remember when Leos put it on you, so sure, whatever.
Yes.
That's a good roll.
And what are you making, by the way?
Just a moment.
What are you cooking? Is it chicken soup?
Egg salad.
Imagine that it is like he bought some different things before he went off. 30. Okay, so it's this really hearty beef stew with small bits of meat chunks laying around in it. And there's just all sorts of hearty spices in it. And it's a really filling, warm meal with just like great big chunks of meat in it that has all sorts of flavors.
Sounds good. Especially when
Yeah.
you're dead.
It definitely sounds good. It seemed that was exactly what your body needed, right? Considering that it had nothing to eat for the last 10 days or so.
A welcome back to life feast.
Then again,
An
if your body
appropriate
were
feast.
to eat without you, it would have been rather unpleasant.
Like, I've been to hell, and this tastes like heaven.
Oh. Alright. So, as you indulge in food, Salan draws your attention a little bit. Well, we walked a little bit away from the populated parts, but it seems that the light show, which I totally did not expect, has drawn some attention. He points towards, and you've seen them before, although didn't pay much attention to them. Along the road at a relatively large distance away from each other, but you saw what looked like stone towers being constructed. Not battle towers, not too heavily fortified, but the bottom of them were made of stone. And there were a lot of people working on each of those construction sites. Not much military presence, though. It seems that quite a few of the towers have gone from building stone into we're gonna continue constructing whatever next is gonna come from wood. And one of those towers was indeed close to the crossroads, and towers do provide good vantage point. So it seemed that whoever was working on the tower has noticed your ritual, and you see now that someone has brought your attention to it, quite a lot of people on the top of the tower, just tiny figures, being very excited about something.
Oh, fuck.
Who are those?
Well, probably random passerbys who just think they got a message from the gods. But this means this will probably spread quickly.
Well, far enough away that they should not disturb us before we finish with the ritual, but it will be close, and we should make sure that we don't stay back for long. I'd rather not answer any questions.
Me neither.
All right.
Let's get going as quickly as we can.
Shall we proceed?
Yes, please.
Very well. Sound gets down to making a second ritual. So the general layout of what he does seems to be similar to what he was doing for Draga. The same sigils, the same display of Melora's body, and the same placement of a tiny bag with diamonds on her chest. Just as before, it takes quite a while for him to draw everything properly and make sure that everything is exact to the specifications he somehow had in his mind. And it seemed that those onlookers are not the only bad news, as throughout the whole almost an hour that this ritual takes, the sky darkens and fills with clouds. No sign of immediate rain, but just dark gray clouds fill the sky. Alright, then we're not gonna melt if it rains, but it might interfere with the signs, so let's do this.
Quick question.
Yes?
If I... Okay, like, I saw something disturbing before all of this. Someone had surrendered, and Melora kind of electrocuted them. What do I mention that? What
do you
I'm
think?
not sure how these things works.
Well, you
I
say
think
what you think.
that it was a bad choice in a heated moment. Yes, he did.
How about you focus on what positive things you remember?
Okay.
There's one thing I know, that the gods are watching, so whatever we say will be heard.
Okay.
All we can do is try our best. Alright. Take your positions.
I'll stand on the Raven Queen's symbol once more.
I'll stand on
And,
the Great Oak.
There's no great oak.
I'll stand on. There's another one, right?
There is an empty sign reserved for Melora's protector, whatever it is.
The unicorn one?
She's not a devout follower, so can never say.
But... Yeah, I'll stand on the unicorn.
There's no unicorn, but sure, you stand there.
Oh, you said you said unicorn last time, didn't you?
I don't remember.
Well, if he says there is no unicorn, apparently he did not.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm checking if one of the guys I mentioned might be unicorn, but no, there are no unicorns. Sorry.
No, that was my fault. I thought my Leaky was 5e and she wasn't.
It doesn't matter if she's
oh.
5e or not. It's just that basically the 12th sigil is reserved for the patrons it protects. It doesn't matter what patron it is, it's different every time. So, in case it's a different patron, one that you wouldn't know about, it is left as an empty one.
Oh.
So, in case it's not Miliki, maybe somebody else has taken Melora's soul. You don't want to offend the gods.
No, but I don't know any other gods, do I? What sigils are there again?
There's a blooming rose or grain, an eye on a gauntlet, the one that Jahan, I believe, is taking.
Yep.
An eye in half of an ankh, a skeletal arm with scales, a triangle of 6 stars, a triangle of 6 pointed stars, apologies, an anvil with a flame upon it, a golden sun, a face of a woman, and 2 coins, actually. One that Aris would recognize as Timora, and one that he would recognize as nothing.
Of fish.
Would
As
any-
what?
You don't
Yes.
recognize it. I mean, if you want to make a roll for this, sure, go ahead.
But it's not the opposite of Timora. Because I've
no,
meant.
no.
Okay, then I'm good.
Ask anyone if they recognize the symbol of the sun.
Yeah, that's Peller. God of the sun and of light and of healing and life.
That sounds
Always a
good.
good choice.
Yeah, I'll stand on that.
Alright,
Praise the sun.
we're done? We're ready?
What god would you recommend me standing on? I don't know much about religion.
It doesn't matter, honestly. If you don't follow any of them, it doesn't matter.
Sure, I take the one with the coin.
Nice. Are we ready now?
I am.
I like
Yes.
to get over this before something comes from the mouth. Alright. Salam prepares, closes his eyes and starts praying. As he does, one by one, the sigils around you light up. They're surrounded by some transparent barrier of the ritual. In the skies, the dark clouds, hall opens through which shines a bright beam of light, just as before. And as the light disappears, the same majestic creature, huge in size, with beautiful copper skin, and that strange cube-like chained artifact in its hands appears once again in front of you. Surveys the locale once again, for the first time, Draga, in your heads you hear. The rites of resurrection are ancient and pure. It is upon this hallowed ground that you call upon the greatest honor a mortal may receive, an attempt for a second chance. I am Azariel, scribe of the seven heavens. Who is it that you conduct this rite on behalf of? Whose immortal soul do you call upon? Sauron raises his hands. I call for the soul of Melora Novel. May she return to us. The cube in the hands of the creature unfolds into manifold of books as it hears the rustling of its pages. The soul you ask for is able and willing. The rite may commence. Book closes, and we hear a rumble. And discharge of lightning as a bolt of electricity hits Melora's body and ignites it into a blue pyre, crackling with electricity. The pyre burns, and each of the speakers is present and prepared. Speak on behalf of the one you wish to see returned, but remember the ones who stand here to judge your words. Solon looks at all of you. Who's gonna be first?
I'll start. I am known as Samuel, born as Adam. I don't know Melora that well. I know that she always helped, or at least tried to help. She didn't seem to me like a flawless person, but she always sought to help others in need, and she did try to save someone she loves with a relentlessness that is unequaled by any other living being I know, and I admire that. And I think it was the wrong moment she died. I think she was supposed to save Trego. And I don't think that it was her fate to die in that moment. I think she serves a greater purpose. I think she's a force that we need when fighting the upcoming darkness. And to be honest, I don't think that she's just a mortal being. I think there's something about her, something divine. I cannot describe it. But I think that divine light needs to walk this earth once more to help us step against the evil that awaits us. That's it.
Your argument has been heard and accepted. If there are no lies in your heart, dive into the pyre and let the gods be the judges of your worth.
I walk into the pyre.
So you disappear. And the sigil upon which you stood lights up with the same blue of crackling light. Who else speaks on behalf of the soul?
I will, Jahan says, and stands ready. If we are to be guardians of this world, if we are to stand and face this darkness that is coming, of course, we have all seen signs, and Trego's return to us is just another sign that there's indeed something here, a very big one. Melora is the soothing touch that brings us endurance when we... Alright, so Melora is, when it comes to it, a really good person from what I've seen. She seems kind, she seems caring, and he literally stands there counting on his fingers. And I've seen her treat a chest with a tongue as if it was a beloved pet. She seems like a really good person. She has made mistakes, sure, but who hasn't? And if we are to do this, we can't block every blow that comes at us. And Melora is the one who gives us second chances to do better and to press on, even if we are struck. So I think that she too deserves a second chance. Jahan says and walks briskly into the fire, embarrassed that he didn't really stick to what he had thought.
As you do that, the finger repeats its words and implores. Who else speaks on behalf of the soul?
I also shall speak on behalf of this soul. Lady of Fate, Queen of Fate, however you like to be called. I'd like to ask you one more time to let the people you actually call fate-touched carry out the fate you have seen for them to carry out. This ritual, I think, is a very small part on that way, a stepping stone. One path in the wrong, or one step in the wrong direction. But it's definitely not the end. Like Trego, I have known Melora for less than half a year, but as with him, I am certain that the experience that we shared, the moments of despair shared, count for decades, or maybe even something more. And more than that, in all my admittedly still very short life, I have never met anyone who is, while not flawless, still as purely and truly good as Melora. When others need help, Melora sacrifices herself for the cause, passing on the chance at life for everyone by diminishing hers. Not once, not twice, but every time. When others cower in fear and see a monster, Melora sees a scared, mistreated creature. And through the size of her heart alone, manages to help that creature, to befriend it, so that it can live freely too, instead of in chains somewhere down in a dark hole. As we move closer to whatever fate you have set before us, I fear that some of us might start seeking victory at all costs. I think that her nature, her way of being, is likely to be the only thing that can prevent us from falling into that trap. She who sees a friend in a monster is truly the most likely to never forget of the value of each and every single life around us. Lives of all the believers that worship your kind. This is why I think that in whatever coming storm may be, we will need a light, a beacon like Melora to keep this group on track, to not have it stray the way we strayed that made this happen. And I'll step forward into the fire.
Who else speaks on behalf of the soul? Someone speaks up. My queen, you returned Trego. I imagine it means that his fate is as I have predicted. But he will not be enough. He is strong, but he is also weak. He is good, but he will fail. Melora is the one who he needs by his side. She is the spark to his flame, the light to his heart. If this is the path you wish us to take, if he is the one you have chosen, and I will follow him if that is so, and he will need her to succeed on the path he has taken. That is what I believe. As Salon nods and his words accepted, he jumps into the pyre and disappears as well. And as his sigil lights up with the same blue crackling light, the last time the figure speaks, who else speaks on behalf of the soul?
Okay, so Trigo is gonna speak up. I am Trigo, and the world needs Melora. Needs it because there's no one else that, in terms of self-sacrifice, fits more than her. She finds light in all. She finds light in anything that all would see darkness. She shows compassion and love where others would show cruelty and hatefulness. The world could use more people that believe in the same values as her. And lastly, I need her. I need her to show me the path when I stray too far. I need her to kindle my light when it would dim. I need her because I love her. And he'll go into the flame.
So to the empty circle, a winged creature speaks. The words have been heard and judged, and thus the gods have chosen and thus the gods have chosen and
Does he look like he's waiting for a word?
exalted by the flames, this pure soul has a god's favor to walk this mortal realm again. In the name of the seven heavens, I declare this rite concluded. The five of you find yourselves standing back on your sigils. The figure gone, the ritual apparently over. Laura's body lying where it was left. As you see it move.
Trigo immediately runs towards her and tries to lift her up to see if her eyes are open. Melora? Melora, can you hear me?
5 more minutes. She peeks open an eye.
Yeah, he laughs and kisses her.
She kisses back. You're alive.
So are you. You idiot, don't kill yourself next time.
And she turns and smiles at her friends, like almost as a smirk. And what do you mean I'm not flawless? It's a playful smirk. It's
I
not
don't,
nasty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
We,
I made food though.
I never said that.
So,
Thank you.
Just criticize tea.
before we progress, I would like everyone who participated in the ritual to take a 1d6 inspiration dice, and if you have one already, please upgrade it to a greater number.
What's the inspiration die?
1d6. If you don't have one already.
Okay. And I turned off the camera for a sec because girlfriend's coming through and she's embarrassed.
Aww.
Oh god. I honestly wish Ceruleus was here right now. Just to shove it in his fucking face. That would be lovely. But honestly, I think with the onlookers, we might wanna get away from this place quickly, unless we want this to stick to us and to our name, which I'd prefer it doesn't in the next.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, but getting out of here would be smart.
Yes. Let's get back to town, to the inn, and then. I mean, I guess put on some clothes first. We still have a couple left over. Other than that, let's get back there as quickly as possible.
And so you turn Melora to a public appropriate look. And with both her and Traeger supported by their friends, before any onlookers appeared to this place and built a temple on it or something. Now, more of you, following Salon, return to the inn at the crossroads where you have left your horses and everything that you did not need for the ritual. Now, 1. Are we all still together? Because somebody needed to go.
Yeah, I need to go. I have like 10 minutes, but if this is a good point, I can just sit back and have Can go vacant.
What about? A mechanical notice, both Melora and Traeger have currently -4 to pretty much everything.
Is that permanent or?
Nope.
You'll find out. You've never did before.
Okay.
-4 to all stats, like strength, dex, and
Everything you
that?
roll.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I thought the stats.
So, as you walk, there is a lot to consider. You have succeeded at returning, bringing Melora back, and you're all together again, full fighting force. But it seems that whatever previous line of inquiry, thread of getting talk you had previously was gone with Ceruleus, and whatever Lord Patrician has told you about Fristwin Door is just rumors and uncertain information. Then there was that call from Amwayne as you left Nebo. It were a couple calls, and basically after she spent the first couple swearing Cataris in Elvish,
What? I don't remember any of this.
yes, ritual does that to you. The context of the following ones were along the lines of how dare you leave the city without talking to me. I actually do worry if you didn't notice. And by the way, you did make me summon my aunt, and she came back, and we weren't around, and what was I gonna tell her? Oh, fuck you. Fuck
Can I
all of you.
respond to this? Can I respond to this message?
It was a couple days ago. It was basically like one day after you left Nebo.
But I actually don't remember this. This didn't
We-
happen last session, right?
Because it didn't happen because we had other things to talk about. But
Yeah, well,
now
would
it's
have been
canon.
good. It would have been great to answer to that, but
I mean,
okay,
you're welcome
sure.
to answer retroactively if you want to.
I'll just basically say that we're very, very sorry, but we had to leave on quick notice, and we're heading to meet Salam to see if we can bring them back. And I'll just say the word sorry about as many times as there are times to respond beside bringing that
So
message.
basically, her last message is "fuck you," and your last message to her is 25 sorry.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Something along those lines, yes.
Also, a couple days after your departure from Nebo, and just once again a retroactive flashback, you get another call from Albert, once again asking what's going on. Have you succeeded?
Sorry, when was that?
A couple days after you left Nebo.
Mm-hmm. I think I'll just say that I would have said that we're still on road and that it'll be a couple more days before we know anything for certain, and that we'll definitely contact him as soon as we know.
He does inform you that Princess has departed already from Kreozung, and if you were to meet her, she should be in Tabhamung by the 30th of November.
Mm-hmm. We're definitely still en route for that, right? Time-wise?
In theory, you are 2 days away from there,
Mhm.
about.
And it's about 2 more days till the 30th, right?
Right now, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
So like,
So we might...
you're not sure like where the princess is like right now after the ritual. It's hard to say, but if you go basically today, you should make it to Tabhamung on the 30th, because it's 2 days of travel and you'll be there on the 30th.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So right now, I think we're still basically... I mean, we are at that inn, right?
Yeah.
At the
And-
crossroads.
Interesting enough, as you enter the inn, it seems that it is a lot livelier than it was before. With people like basically gathered together and like loudly discussing something. You catch face like, did you see it? Did you see her? Yeah, she was so pretty. No, that was her maid. That wasn't her. Did you see all the knights? Did you see the carriage?
I'm sorry, what's happening here? I'm just gonna sort of mix in with whatever random conversation is going on. We must have missed it. We just came in. What happened?
There was a cortege of knights and carriages. It had the royal emblem.
How long ago?
An hour ago, a little bit less.
Okay. Thank you. That's curious out here, right?
I guess.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna head back to
Like, whatever, like.
yeah.
Do you think
I'm just-
Do you think it was a princess or the king? I never see them here.
I'm definitely heading over directly to the rest of the party again and telling them. Let's quickly change our plans here. From what I can gather, apparently it's very likely the convoy with the princess came by very recently, like 1 hour ago. So if we get ready to travel right now, we can join up with whatever that caravan is at the moment. And I think it'll be a good idea to do that until we decide what we want to do further. I think we'll need a couple of days. Drago and Melora certainly look like they'll need a couple of days. Leos?
Sure.
Well, I don't know where you're gonna go, but I'm going back there. See ya.
Was that Salon or
That was Salon.
That was most definitely Salah. Yeah, I'm saying goodbye to Chrome.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
Good
Salon.
luck.
Bye.
Have a good one.
I will.
Before Salon leaves, Melora grabs his hand and says, "I can't thank you enough for everything, bro."
No, I'm not going to yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got that mixed up. Okay, I retract that then.
I
Oh,
mean,
but he said he was
Retract
leaving.
being thankful.
Well, grabbing his hand. Okay, no, never mind. Let it go.
It's like grabbing, not grabbing, not grabbing.
what? I mean, does anyone? Leos, you're most likely to know which direction is Tau Weak from here.
Out of character, I would probably know, right?
Approximately, yeah. I mean, you've never been there. Actually,
Yeah. But
I don't think you have been there.
no, I wouldn't have. But I would at least know the location and where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, sure.
In that case, I will inform the rest of the group where that might be and what the most direct way, in my opinion, would be.
So is it east or west? It's east, right? From here?
Yes, it's directly east.
Okay. Because in that case, I mean, Salan can travel with us for a couple of days before we split off again, probably.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Yes, that was what we were saying.
So-
So let's get...
As I was saying, that's all great. All great. I'm glad to see you, Dragon back. I'm glad to see you, Melora, back. Wonderful, wonderful. Fate is back on its track. Once again, next time you die, this may not work. Got it? Capiche? Understood?
Aye.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
So, I'll go with you to that place, because I need to go there. I spent a lot of time conversing with my queen and trying to understand where I fit in. And she's told me about these close followers of hers, the Sisters of the Whale. So, I'm gonna go find them. I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna learn. So, I'll be going to the more deep divide. I'm gonna... Actually, I already talked to him, that man, the one I replaced, the Merton. Traveled with him previously, Trago. The gloomy guy with a bow, the elf.
Yes, we know who you're talking about.
Elf, Trago seems to have forgotten. In any case, he agreed to...
You talking about Mergen?
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, okay.
So he agreed to get me through the divide. It is a desert. He too needs to learn about his fate in all of this.
What about Pip?
I don't know.
What kind of a response is that?
Well, I can't babysit everybody. She...
No, apparently
That's
you're
weird.
babysitting nobody.
I'm
You're
babysitting
traveling
myself.
with nobody. Yeah, that's definitely needed.
Can't say I missed the interaction between you two.
Well, alright.
But I
Not,
do
not
miss you
like
in
I
our
brought
group.
two of our friends back.
Yeah,
I mean, that was nothing, I guess. And obviously...
I do miss you in our group. I just don't like the resentment sometimes you show to one another. Why can't we all be just friends?
I don't hate him. I don't care about him.
Melora is just smiling.
So, what this means is I'm gonna be gone. How long I don't know. There are three of them. One somewhere in the desert, one somewhere in Gaul, and one somewhere up north. How far north? I have no freaking idea. Maybe she's in Thor, maybe she's further north. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna go on my own trip.
I'm sad to see you go, but I do understand why.
So, we're all working for something bigger, and we need to know our part in this. You were not returned by coincidence or because you're such nice people. Nice people don't come back. Important people come back.
Or people who are being punished, apparently.
Hmm?
I can make an educated guess. The woman that I spoke to was the Raven Queen, correct?
You spoke to somebody?
Yes, there was a woman with a long black dress. Her face was hidden by a black veil.
Yeah,
Does
I've
that
spoken
sound
to-
familiar?
Yeah, it does.
Then you have been honored.
I don't know if it was honor, the way she explained things to me. Do you, by any chance, does the name Stoneweaver have any connection to her?
Stoneweaver?
Mm-hmm.
That's not something I heard. Definitely not in any of the books.
Oh. And she fiddles with her hands nervously.
But now that you speak of this, there was one thing I wanted to impart on you. Remember in Krezung when that child died? I heard a prophecy from the queen.
Right, when he whispered into your ear.
Yes, and it came true, right? No way. I had a couple more while I was meditating over last weeks. I'm not sure which ones are about me, which ones are about you, or they can be about something else. But I had them written down, so listen close. This first one went as following, translated, of course. On the wings of night, royal raven flies. You must cull the blight, kill the king of lies.
Yeah, say that slower, I'm typing it.
On the wings of night, royal raven flies. You must cull the blight, kill the king of lies. Obviously, the raven has something to do with the Raven Queen, but what blight?
Kill the king of
Lies. King of lies.
lice, like ticks?
No! Lying. Saying wrong things.
Ah, lies, okay. Is that it?
Apparently you have -4 to your understanding of riddles as well.
Two intellects, yeah.
Oh, that was a good moment.
Well, that's that. And there's another one. Slimy torrent of old, in a lair wet and cold. Hurt enveloped in lies, for warm embrace cries. Once again, lies. Are the same people? Is the king doing this thing? I don't know.
Can you post it again so I don't just guess the words?
Okay. Man, put down that. I'm just gonna give you my notes. I remember them anyway. Here.
Okay.
Yeah, you read the last one. Here,
Got
use the
it.
paper, and it reads. This was the last one, the newer one, actually came right before I got a call that you're dead. Selfish being roams this earth. Lightning has announced its birth. Lose the lies, retrieve your right, only while the moon is bright. Lies again. What's up with lies?
I don't know. Maybe it's because you can't.
Wait, the last one had lightning in it.
Yeah.
Well, Melora, you seem to light up in the last recent days quite a bit. Do you think this might be related to you?
It could be, but I don't understand what it's saying. Yeah.
Well, I don't think Melora is selfish being.
No.
It's.
She did say I had to make up for a penance, but I don't know what that is.
Who said that?
The Raven Queen.
Really, she just told me I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I believe that. What exactly did she say to you, Melora? Can you
Well,
repeat it?
maybe not word for word, but the first thing that struck me as odd is she called me Stoneweaver, not Nouvelle. When she asked me if what made me special to come back, I told her, in truth, I think there was other people that were more deserving, and she said, enough. I decided to send you back. You haven't reached your penance yet. She warned me that there will be a decision to come, and I will lose all my loved ones.
Well, that sounds chipper.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, when I went to go see my parents, they told me I was brought in. Basically, lightning struck a tree by our house, and that's where they found me.
so that might be about you.
If it is, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong.
Maybe it's not something about doing wrong. Maybe it's more about something you don't remember or you don't know that might be perceived as a lie. Like calling you a different name. The Raven Queen called you Stoneweaver. But
Yes.
what if the name that your parents gave you is not the name you're supposed to have?
Maybe.
Lose the lies, retrieve your right, only while the moon is bright.
So,
But the selfish being roams this earth doesn't quite fit in. If there's anything that you can say about Melora, selfish is definitely not one of them.
Things aren't adding up. I mean, I did hear what you guys said during the ritual. I'm starting to wonder if what you suggested was true, Leos. I mean, there's been many things that I don't mean to. I'm not trying to build myself up or anything when I say this, but there's been a lot of things that I've noticed when we went to the tree initially the first time. That Raven called me his lady. I have no idea why he called me that, but they were trying to hide something there.
The first one does seem to maybe refer to Salon.
No, I don't think so.
okay. So I have this trick. I can read people's minds. I'm offering you. It's a pure offer, and I totally agree if you don't want to agree. But I could read your thoughts and maybe see if I can find anything that is buried in your memories. I don't know if it works like that, but I could try at least.
Please, by all means, I want to try and solve this as best I can. It's not good to have a feeling that a god is mad with you.
Can I quickly interrupt?
Sure.
The first one feels very connected to the royal caravan that just passed by here. And I'm starting to feel a little antsy about whatever might be happening there. Whatever blight that might be. Could we do this while we are traveling in our carriage, trying to catch up to them? I mean, or do you need special circumstances, Leos?
No, basically, I just need to sit next to her.
So let's saddle up and then we can still talk on the road, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Wait, I need to talk to you all as well.
Shoot.
I believe this is a proper way for us to part our ways. And by the way, could I have that necklace back? I think I should put it where I took it. Thank you. So, I will obviously be informing Lord Patrician that you are all alive and are heading towards Luna Woodlands. I'm sorry, but this is how it works, and this is my job.
I don't mind if the patrician knows.
There is something I want to tell you from my personal experience. Lord Patrician, I was once in a situation where I was given a choice to do what I'm doing right now, or, well, serve as a punishment for the bad things I've done. The choice was obvious that I'm here, but Lord Patrician is very fond of his second chances. He, however, is not very fond of third chances. So, from what I heard and from how Severus talked to you, I believe that the thing with the ship was the failure. And you are right now in your second chance. So, if you succeed, then perhaps you will be friends with him again. But if you were to fail once more, well, personally I advise you to not come close to Nebo, because Lord Patrician is not the kind of man who'll send people after you, but if you were to come to his place, having offended him like that, he will not be happy to see you, and he will make certain that this time the law of the city is observed.
Scarlet, have you talked to him about what happened?
No, I was ordered, and, well, half ordered, half decided to defer to you on my own. I only talked to Severus, and don't underestimate him. He looks simple, and but he was the one who found me and captured me. And I'm much better now than I was before, but he does scare me.
The question, the reason why I'm asking is, you do have a working relationship to the patrician.
Compare it to spending the rest of my life in prison, yes.
How much does he believe you? Do you have a feeling that there's a certain trust between you?
He doesn't have to believe me. I cannot lie to him. Well, I can try, it will not work.
Okay, well,
Not because of magic, that too, I guess, but I tried a long time ago.
okay.
He just knows.
When you see him, I would like you to tell what happened on the ship.
I'm certain he knows. I'm certain he understands. The thing is, that is why he let you go. That is why I call this your second chance. If he wanted to catch you, you would have already been in prison.
But you have been a witness to Ceruleus doing the wrong
No,
thing.
I have not been a witness to anything.
Ah, fuck yeah, okay. Yeah. You have only been there, but you didn't see and hear him, right?
Well, I guess you could say that I hurt him, but that's not the evidence we need. Evidence we need is to tie him to a crime. writings, witnesses have him actually do that. Of course, he's too smart for it, but look, I only know a couple things, only what I was told. I don't even know what was in the papers we got from his home.
What about the fact that you tried to dismantle the fireworks that he was about to explode on?
Well,
And the fact that he had them set up underneath the civilians.
well, it's my word against the word of others, and once again, I am a criminal. There is enough proof, and
I
those
think
were barrels full of explosives, those were barrels full of fireworks. Both are true.
I think we are completely talking about two different things. One side is talking about how we just need the patrician to believe us, and the other side is talking about how even if he believes us because he can tell when people are lying, that doesn't mean he can actually do anything to Ceruleus in Nebo.
Yes. I told Severus everything, and I'm certain that Lord Patrician knows everything that happened, that's what I heard. The information he has is correct, but you can't say to the whole Azure Vigil that, oh yeah, those strange people burned the ship and they are totally innocent. You have to be captured, you have to be interrogated. If your innocence is proved, then you will be let go, but there is no proof of your innocence, there is no proof of your guilt. How long will it take? I had no choice. You have choices. Nebo is not your home.
You know, all of this makes me think something that seems a little too obvious, perhaps. I mean, this world has ways of telling when someone is lying by magic or by forcing them to speak the truth. Are those kinds of things not usable in the Nebo government?
Not
Because
officially.
No, then that means that, because otherwise it would have been very easy.
Yeah, it would have been very easy. And then we could have done it ourselves.
Look, I know that you are not very fond of our city and of Lord Patrician. I
I don't mind
myself
the impression.
won't call myself a loyal follower of his. And there is a very thin line between him and the rulers. In different circumstances, they could have been in different places. The difference is, while the rulers believes himself to be above the laws, he believes himself to be the exception, because he thinks to know better. Lord Patrician also accepts exceptions, like he have accepted you, but only because he has lived long enough to know that laws don't always work, and sometimes exceptions have been made. And he still considers himself subservient to the laws.
Subservient to the laws or subservient to the better future for Nebo? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Either way, I don't mind the patrician. I mind the way he uses people, but I know he's, at least in his mind, trying to do it for the betterment of Nebo, and I don't think he's actually out to harm this world. So don't like the place, don't like the laws, but I can see what he's doing.
It's your choices. I'm certain we will hear of them soon enough.
It's not like we have any influence here.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I guess then I will say your goodbye, and please do be careful. You really should not sleep so carelessly when you are being hunted, and you certainly should not eat the food that is being offered to you in such an inn. But you do you.
We have plenty of opportunities to get rid of the second kind. The sleeping kind is a different issue. But yeah, thank you for the warning. Thank you very much for your help.
And I wish you luck on your travels.
You too.
Perhaps we shall see each other once again.
I
Take care,
hope so.
Scarlet. Thank you for everything.
She like turns around to leave. Like stops for a moment, turns back. Walks closer to Melora and whispers into your ear. You make him suffer once again, and I make sure you can never do that again.
Melora nods in understanding.
Au revoir.
Oh, wow.
She's gone!
Yes. Can we now take the carriage and get moving in that direction?
If you want to.
Yes, we want to.
I get my Pegasus out, and I would like to fly ahead. and
Didn't
scout
you
the
want
area.
to detect thoughts probe?
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry.
Alright, so you pack up
Forgot
your
that.
horses, your shit, your chickens, you get onto your carriage with all of your horses. And I guess.
Is Ralph there?
Actually, yeah, Ralph is there. Ralph is there, yeah. Like, you prepare to get into the carriage and you like want to put your leg onto the step, onto the footstep of the carriage, and well, that's Ralph.
Hi, Ralph! And she's gonna lean down and pet him.
You lean down, he opens his mouth wide, the tongue unravels, and I mean, if he could drool, he'd give you a lick, but he can't drool, so it's more like, like dry, a little bit uneven wooden surface, I guess. Luckily, you get no splinters, so that's good.
Yay!
How did you find Ralph?
I'm sure you've heard of the White Tower, right, Torresebonea? The wizards went a little crazy and created him. Unfortunately, they created him completely immune to magic. So he started, eating them. So they locked him up in a cellar beneath their tower. Until Melora came along and made a friend out of him.
He's really a sweet little guy. They just were not treating him right.
You remember how... Never mind, I'm not saying it while he's this close. Let's just get moving, okay?
Yeah.
Alright. So, you get in your carriage, and someone gets on his horse, and he leads the way. Do you leave the second cart that used to carry coffins behind?
I think we can leave it behind.
I mean, I can quickly try and sell it with the horses that you no longer need.
Yeah, let's sell it.
Sure.
I'll go to we're somewhere at an inn, right?
Yeah.
So
We're not selling the coffins. We're just selling the wagon, right? We're destroying the coffins, just putting it out there.
Oh, I thought you had another use for them. Like, I mean, we're
You
gonna
can-
need them soon enough. Why should we throw away the
Well-
coffins?
You can do with them whatever you want.
They're too small for Ceruleus anyway. So
I'll go into the inn and try to do the used car salesman routine with the innkeeper.
Make me a precision roll, but at disadvantage.
Advantage, okay.
That's not gonna help. Oh, okay, it's gonna help.
So how soon, like how quick are you trying to make this sale?
Probably within 5 minutes.
Yeah. So if you wanna finish within 5 minutes, he is fine with buying like the cart and the horses at half the price.
Oh yeah.
Alright, in that
Yeah.
case, sure. Half the price, he's gonna let him go.
Yeah.
25, 17.5.
I come back out and give all the money to Alice.
Put it in the bag of holding. Okay. How much more? 2. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I'm back outside, I would like to reapproach Melora and tell her whenever you're ready, we can begin. Maybe we shouldn't do it on the road. I don't know what might happen.
Yeah, that's fine. We can wait until we stop again.
Yeah, let's do it somewhere in the evening or something like that.
She nods.
And then I would like to summon Nebula and scout ahead to see if I can find the royal
Convoy?
caravan convoy. Yeah, thank you.
You're flying, right?
Yeah,
What's her speed? Actually, never mind.
it's fast. It's 80 or 90 feet.
90.
Yeah, but I am remembering that that's not how it works when you're traveling over large distances. Give me a moment.
Yeah, that's basically the speed, sprint speed, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, but I think speed difference and being able to go over to travel through air should definitely still make a difference, right?
She
travels.
had a flying speed of 80, right?
90.
Really?
Yeah, fairly certain.
Oh,
I'll
alright.
check again.
Let me
Yeah, I
check
think it
my
was
sheet.
90, wasn't it?
I have the sheet here.
It's 90.
Well, in that case, it's 9 miles per hour, basically. And she can fly for 3 hours, I believe, without rest. Yeah. Alright. So, in that case, and the rest are on the carriage and driving ahead, right?
Yeah, we're driving in the general direction eastwards along the road where the caravan went.
Who's driving the carriage?
I guess with one hand I'm gonna
Jahan?
have trouble with that.
Oh yeah, sure, let's Jahan do that, he can do it, yeah. Well, A, that gets rid of him, B, he actually has proficiency in that, as far as I remember. How convenient. So,
How very convenient.
Suppose with you being sort relaxed a little bit, you're not in any rush, right? You're not galloping your horses.
I think we are trying to catch up to the caravan. Not, not killing our horses quick, but we are definitely not, just trampling along.
Well, in that case, you're basically moving at a normal speed, which you would usually be using.
Mhm.
You, however, Leos, due to the amazing speed of Nebula, by the end of the very first hour, you do see the dust of cortege moving ahead of you on the road in the direction of the Lunar Woodlands.
Do I recognize any royal colors, banners that would
Make a
clearly
perception
identify?
check.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a lot of dust, so it's something big. However, from this distance, you don't really see any banners, you'll have to make it closer. On
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
in that
hand, if you making it closer on a flying Pegasus may be considered a breach of security, so just as a warning.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll get closer.
Still flying?
Well, no, I would probably get on the ground and let it walk. That might be a little less aggressive.
What's her land speed?
I think it's 40.
It's more like a 40, yeah.
Oh no, 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wait a moment.
Yeah, I checked Nebula's page.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, normal horse is 50. Okay. Makes sense. So, still, you can rush Nebula along. That's a whole shitload of armed people following along with a couple carriages, so it's not like they are galloping ahead. They're not moving very quickly. So you are gaining on them. It's still dusty, but like as you're starting to catch up, it seems that they also notice you, and two of the armed riders actually slow down and seem to let the cortege go ahead of them as they await for you to get closer to them. And as you do get closer, you most certainly recognize the banners they're flying as the banners of the Royal House of Aldana.
Okay. I would like to greet them and say,
Halt!
greetings. I hold. I would say, greetings from Heron's Talon. We are close by, or they are close by. Send my regards to Princess Anna. Send regards from Leos.
They kind of look at each other. Sorry. You may not approach the royal procession, citizen. You will have to wait until it passes.
Mate, I'm fucking Samuel Leos.
L.
Samuel.
Jackson.
Tell the princess, please, that we are coming. And she knows Heron's Talon.
Please
Fuck you.
stay away from the royal procession, citizen.
I'll tell him, okay, when I'm coming back with the rest of my crew, then we'll talk to Princess Anna. We are coming to protect her. We are her bodyguards. And I'll just turn around.
And that's a good moment to point around as you, galloping away, hear sounds of drawn weapons. But seemingly they were a little bit too slow to react to anything.
Do I just hear them?
Yeah, you just hear them.
Ah, shit.
Like, it feels like, okay, we have no freaking idea what this guy is talking about. We're gonna just arrest him and figure it out later. Oh crap, he galloped away on his winged horse.
Yeah, I'll fly back. And, yeah, I'll just fly back to the group.
No. Easy enough for you.
Yeah, and as soon as I arrive, yeah, it's them. So, they are seemingly not expecting us.
I don't think they would be. Not here.
No.
Not after what we sent
Yeah.
message from to the king over the last couple of days, so makes sense. I'm currently wondering what they were doing this far west in the first place instead of heading to Taubam Week directly, but whatever. I'm sure we'll find out.
I didn't ask him, but they seemed a bit on edge.
Excellent. I love guards on edge.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
It's fantastic. It's when you get to meet the prison cell. I love it.
No, I won't meet the prison cell.
Now don't worry, we have a couple of things that'll not let us meet that anyway. I'm sure
Prison
you
cell,
could...
Leos, prison cell.
Guards, mass suggestion, guards.
Aha!
I was thinking about that earlier, yeah.
Mass ejection, mass counter spell, mass ejection.
Message.
Bullshit DM feat.
So after Leos has returned, I'm gonna use the Sending Stone.
Hmm. Right.
And I'm writing to Rubius as well, but go on.
I guess the king's responsible along the lines of wonderful news. Aldana tried to return to Crimson with her. So, you continue your way, and this is very daunting and terrible experience for some of you, as you speed on towards the east for the rest of the day. You do go by a couple others of those towers that have been constructed. They're in different states of being built. Some are like half a tower, some have already finished the stone floor and are now building up wooden structure. But you still, anyways, because you are moving at normal speed, you take your first night's rest.
Can we, since they can at maximum be like an hour or two ahead, can we like go for an extra hour to try and catch up with them instead of trying to catch up?
Sure. Yeah.
I think that would be a good idea to go for an additional hour, since I mean maybe our horses need to do exhaustion saves, but I mean we're in a carriage, so
yeah. All right.
Doesn't exactly cost us anything, right?
Sure.
Can I inspire the horses?
I believe the inspiration requires for the creature to hear and understand you.
I'm curious about that. Probably does, but that can hear you. It does not need to understand you.
No, I wouldn't mind if they didn't get inspiration from me.
It's just funny, yeah.
I mean, if you want to inspire horses, sure, go ahead, but you'll have to actually say how you inspire the horses.
Okay, I will. I will talk to them in horsish. Oh, I won't.
In horsish. In horse shit.
I'm sure like horses prefer a certain kind of music, like death metal. So if you just play it for them, I'm sure they'll feel inspired.
You know, like how when the horses are moving real fast, they like their head goes up and down like they in the beat to the death metal. Yeah,
definitely headbanging. Yes.
Yeah, they're headbanging. All right. So yeah, sure, you can try to trail for a little bit longer. The message from Rubius is just general words of congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem to have any news or demands from you.
I really want to learn sending.
Right. Be my guest. Learn sending.
Yeah, I have so many spells. No, sorcerers can't actually. That's the issue.
Yeah, sending is, I guess, like warlock, wizard, bard.
Bard, cleric, wizard.
So basically everyone but sorcerers.
And warlocks.
Yeah,
Great
but they're not
warlock,
really full casters.
but don't like them anyway. All right, so back to business. You press your horses on to go a little bit into the night and use whatever magical lanterns you have to illuminate the road. It's obvious that the horses are moving at a slower speed than if you had to let them rest, so it might take a bit longer than you expected. And judging by how long it took Leos to catch up with the cortege and return, you're a little bit more than 1 hour behind of them because of the time you spent going back to the inn and talking there. But about 1 hour and a half after continuing to push on, you do see the lights of a campsite to the side of the road.
As I ride closer, I would like to think of a musical piece that I used to play for Princess Anna that she might remember. And just play it as I approach.
As you approach the encampment, your mood quickly sours as you understand that it seems to be pretty agitated, with guards rushing around and the other being in guarding position. As you come closer, you see that the carriage, literally the carriage that has the royal emblem of Aldana on it, is actually stuck in it's not a moat, it's
In a puddle?
not a puddle. At the moment. In a ditch at the side of the road, half overturned, and there are multiple crossbow bolts sticking out of the door of the carriage.
Oh shit.
It is very quickly that you find yourself stopped and surrounded by the guards whose first whose first intent is to turn you around or send you on your way, but as you, for the first time I believe, and never present your medal of credentials, their opinion of it changes and say, yes, we were told that you will be coming. Please.
Yes, and you're gonna be bringing us directly to the princess, please. No other place. Thank you.
Well, was the guards are gonna act as dickheads, like I usually prefer them to act, or was they gonna listen to you? We'll find out after the intermission.
Yes.
And so we return to the 5 of you being brought to the biggest temp in this temporary camp, which is as well heavily guarded on basically every side. And the guard is leading you. He walks up to the flap door and said that, Your Highness, Huron Stones are here. And seems to receive a reply, and he opens it up for you and nods for you to go inside. As you do, inside you see Princess herself, Her Highness Anne Reinich, being attended by a maidservant of hers. Actually, Melora had seen the same maidservant already. Basically, the same maidservant that was serving her previously. She does not appear to be hurt anywhere, but there is a remnant of a dress thrown around the dressing, you know.
Yeah,
Thingy.
at the wall. Yeah,
Wall,
the
yeah,
separation wall thingy.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, yeah.
As soon as all of you come in, I am glad to see all of you safe and sound.
Same goes for us. Nice to see you again, though.
What happened, Princess?
Are you alright?
I am better now. Yes. Please sit down. Irene, would you bring our friend some refreshments, please?
Does she pay any attention to Tregor's new state of being?
It seems that she hasn't noticed yet, since I assume Traeger will not be in the front, like, hey!
No, that would be me.
Yeah, it'll be you most likely. The maidservant kind of curtsies and walks out. Well, we got attacked a little bit. I just heard some arrows sticking into my carriage, and then Irene dragged me out the other side, and we crawled under a cart and waited, and the guards found us, and that's as much as I saw. They say that there was an assault by crossbow-wielding riders. They fired off a couple of volleys and left, basically.
They managed to escape?
They didn't come close, not from what my guards said. And to be fair, they said to me that they chose not to pursue because this could have been a diversion, and leaving me would have been more dangerous.
Diversion for what?
It's a separate attack that would then strike when she was left unprotected because they chased.
Yes.
Hmm.
But everyone has been very worried and have been guarding me incessantly. And we stopped because I said that you were coming, and I knew that with you by my side there was... Oh no. What happened, Sir Traeger?
Unfortunate event.
It's not unfortunate, that's terrible.
It's better than it was looking a few moments ago.
My father said me nothing of this. What happened?
I'm not sure that's a story for right now.
Right. Yeah, we might want to tell that story at a different time.
Mhm.
Of course. Will you be traveling the rest of the road with us?
Yes.
Good.
We are
good,
here
good.
for you.
I see you
Sorry.
have new friends.
Yes. I mean, I think you already know Lias.
Yeah, and this is Jahan.
I take my fedora off and wave at her.
Hello.
How much has your father told you about where Pip is?
Nothing. That's what I wanted to ask you.
Well, we ran into some trouble and we had to split up for a while, and we only recently met up with Alan again, and he won't be staying with us, unfortunately. But Pip is currently in Everesca, I think, somewhere close by with her family, looking after them.
We might actually meet her.
We might, yes, unlikely,
I
but
mean-
yes.
You're going with me the whole way, right? You're coming to the celebration.
I would like to, yes.
Wonderful, then.
That doesn't mean that's a yes for everyone here.
I think we should.
But let's just delay that discussion till tomorrow, I think, or a couple of days, because we're just coming out of a thing. You see, Trego's injury is pretty recent as well, and we haven't been having the best of times recently,
I
so
understand.
we're also still undecided. Exactly.
As much time as you need, you can have, and if there's something you need, I'm certain we could find it for you. But-
Just should work the other way around, not that way.
Right. Well, the plan for now is to travel ahead. We're just one day away from. Wait a moment. We're just one day ahead from Tevmo, so. And then it's a couple days travel to Everesca, where I myself will participate in the celebrations of the bright moon, the ceremony, and after that it's a couple days and back to Kreuzung.
You'll be back in Kreuzung for the festival, right?
Which one?
Oh god. I have to open that document, 1 second. The one that he wanted me in Kreuzung for out of character?
And out of character, I understand.
Yes. Oh god. This will take a while. 1 second. Pinned messages. Holidays. I think it's about winter solstice.
Oh,
Yes, winter solstice.
yes, you're talking about the Kolyada. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we should be back. I mean, there's still gonna be the Dark Moon celebration later in December in the Vereska, but I don't have to be part of it, so I'll be returning back before it.
Sounds good.
I'm certain you'll like it. It's very beautiful. I have been coming almost every year, and it never ceases to amaze me. Elves are very crafty people.
I guess so. Is there anything we can do to help out? It looks like your wagon is still in a ditch, or with whatever was happening outside with the flood attackers, because I know, not at this time of night, but that does seem very out of the ordinary for a royal carriage to be attacked on one of the biggest roads in the middle of Well, not the middle, but in Aldana itself still?
That is indeed worrying.
Could any of your guardsmen or you make out any details about the riders who shot at you? Anything?
Honestly, you'll have much better success asking the captain. I saw nothing, honestly. I mean, if not for Irene, then they might have even succeeded, but
In that case, if it's all right with you, Princess, I would like to excuse myself and talk to the captain.
of course, of course.
And then I would like to search for the captain.
The rest of you, will you
I'll be staying
stay
here.
and dine with me?
Of course.
Thank you.
I'd love that.
Thank you. While Irene returns with a couple other servants who bring in the food, it's definitely not royal castle level food. It's something that can be easily carried along and prepared, but I mean the ingredients are still top notch, and the people who make it are aware of what they're doing. So it's still not as good as Japan stew, but it's definitely good. Upon which I guess I comment. Yeah. Meanwhile, Leos, how are you gonna go about searching for the captain?
First of all, I would like to go outside and see which, if anyone looks more official, has any indications of being a captain.
Make me a perception check at disadvantage. Oh,
So I will go to the next guy. You must be the captain.
no, sir. Sir.
Actually, ranks kind of work like this, and I point at the captain.
He's
go to
outside.
You're not even there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sorry, my mistake. You look quite official. Can you point me to your captain, please?
Of course, sir. Captain Kinsey. That, sir.
I walk towards them. Thank you, soldier.
Yes, sir.
And I walk straight towards the person he pointed at.
Yeah, whoever pointed at is basically overlooking, as a couple of the guards have been delegated to actually start getting the carriage out of the ditch. So they're like trying to roll it, and a couple of horses are involved in the process. It all looks very exhausting and unpleasant.
Before I even talk to them, I would like to ask, do you need a hand with that? I can actually help.
Yes, help will be appreciated.
I cast Bigby's hand and I push the wagon.
That
try
is mighty impressive. So, you're on Stellans, right? I heard about you.
Yes. I don't think I'm officially in them, but the king trusts me. You might have heard of me, Leo Samuel.
First time I hear about you, son. But
Okay.
if you're traveling with
That's
the
good.
Talons, then I imagine you're there for a reason, and that's mighty reassuring.
Yeah. So, what did you see? Can you tell me anything about the attackers?
Well, I can't tell you. They were bloody professionals. Came in like a storm. Yes, they were waiting for us on one of the hill, peppered the carriage with crossbow bolts, shot a couple of my men, then hopped onto the horses and rode away. I considered chasing them, but this looked like a diversion. Honestly, from the distance they attacked us, there was little chance they could actually hit Her Highness reliably. So we slowed down a little, got our guard up and pressed on. Saw no further dangers, no ambushes, no trees across the road kind of situation, if you know what I mean. But this all reminds me of last year too much.
Did it happen last year as well?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Killed those bastards that time, but
Okay, question. Were they human or elvish?
that's what I'd like to know. It's a
Oh,
little
didn't...
hu- They were shooting from 200 feet away, son.
No, I misunderstood. I thought you killed them last year and got to take a closer look at them.
Oh, you're talking about those bastards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those bastards were many things. Humans mostly, yes. Couple halves.
Okay. So how far away did this ambush happen?
Three miles down the road. We didn't get far.
Okay.
Actually, what I'm talking about, son, it happened right over here.
Otherwise,
Oh,
the carriage
it-
doesn't make much sense.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought they had went sprinted a bit ahead and then took camp.
By 3 miles, I meant half an hour ago. Well, I guess 45 minutes ago by now.
And can you point me in the direction they went to?
He points southeast.
Southeast. Okay, thank you. If you see anything, let us know. But I think I might head out and take a look if I can find them again.
Well, if anything happens, I'm sure you'll hear it. But do you think you can take it on your own, son? Be my guest.
I'll see. I'll go back in and tell the rest of the group what I could find out.
I will quickly, after hearing that, also. I presume we're still sitting at the table, right? At whatever has been said in front of us.
I guess most of you aren't sitting at the table because the table's not big enough for all of you, but
Around the table,
yeah.
somewhat.
Around the
in a
tent,
close-
let's call it like that.
Around. Anyway, this happened last year already, Anna?
Yes.
Why did you not say so earlier?
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean that this is the same people, right?
You take many trips out of Kreitzen? Or just a once-a-year deal?
Well, no, there are other trips. This is the only trip I take on my own, though. Well, on my own, I mean without father. The
Yeah, I
rest
get that.
are part of him preparing me. I travel often, but father said that last year people made this because they wanted to think that somebody's against the whole peace thing with the elves and about me in particular. They said it was politics.
What do you think this time around? Still feel like politics to you?
I don't know. I mean, if they wanted to kill me, I guess there was a better way to do it.
Definitely, yeah.
Maybe they tried and saw that we have too many people and just ran away. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a signal.
Maybe they're trying to make us scared. They think I will turn around and abandon my duties. I have to do this.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not a coincidence, though. 2 years in a row on the trip you take alone.
Not everyone is happy about the direction my father is taking.
You're talking about the recent changes in Kreuzung as well?
That too, I
Temples.
suppose. There were many things that happened, many conversations, and I was very busy. But no, I mean the policy, the non-human inclusion policy, and us trying to establish peace with the woodlands.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you must have seen during the festival, we had people come from Thor even, and they don't come very often.
Yeah.
People are afraid of new things. They think that it's bad. But we'll teach them. Given time.
Out of character question, did the captain say how many attackers they saw?
No, he didn't say that.
Okay, then I will get out quickly, ask him how many he saw, and then get back in. How many?
Oh, well, what we saw. About 10, 12.
12 would be a great number. Thank you. I'll go back
That was a
in.
great number indeed.
That's how many people fit in Massachusetts.
Yes.
Oh, but they won't all feel they're safe, dude. That's
No,
not how
but
it works.
I will make the rest kill them.
Oh.
Wow. Speaking of which, my father was hoping that you would return to Kreuzung soon. He had a lot to talk to you about, including
Nice.
the Heron Talons and other things.
I think for the festival, yes. I mean, I get that it's for different purposes as well. But I don't think we'll be returning any sooner than that. Sooner. That is, if we are not heading up north.
Oh, I mean,
Well,
even if we visit the Bright Moon celebration and head immediately back to Kreuzung, it's still at least 2 weeks on the road. So we'll be arriving just in time for Kalada.
I guess. What did you want to say, Trego?
I don't think we'll be. Well, I'll be heading up north anytime soon with my current condition.
How does that hinder you from traveling the path?
Traveling, no. Dealing with threats does.
Just
Well, he does have a point there.
his shield arm, yes. And it's tragic, but you're still a capable fighter with one hand, right?
True. but much less.
And I mean, what are you planning for it? I mean, I don't know what we can do about.
I don't know yet. I'm still thinking.
And
I guess that's why I was still quiet all this time.
I don't think the threats will wait for us either way. So, prepared or not, I think you will have to get used to.
Well, from what I know, by the way, is something like that is something I could deal with given time and studies and experience and Rain Queen willing. So maybe once I come back from my trip.
How long is that?
That's a good question. I don't know. Half
Whatever.
a year? A year? 5 years? You could try one of the Sisters of the Whale. I think the
Sisters
one.
of the Veil?
Yes.
Where can I find them?
Well, unless you're gonna come with me to the desert, you can go to Gaul, or, well, literally what I heard is one of them is somewhere up north.
That's very specific. Yeah.
Look, I don't have any better clue than you do, so my
No,
plan
no.
is go into the desert, hear about wherever the biggest trouble with undead is happening, and go there.
Yeah, you left out the part where you're leaving Pip alone, but other than that, yes.
People
But they
have some
did give
family.
us good information about where I might acquire that kind of help, but thanks a lot.
Well, hopefully they will be powerful enough to help you with that. Well, I have never met them.
It is an option.
It is.
There's more than one deity in this realm. More than one or a few powerful followers of them. There might be other names out there, definitely not in Kreuzen, but maybe other places. If that's what you're looking for.
We'll
I don't
find
know.
someone, I'm sure.
Maybe the wizards can do something about it. They always seem to have a solution for every problem, right?
Into Sabrina?
Yeah,
That's even further than Kreuzen.
it is, but we'll be heading to Kreuzen anyway, since you think you don't want to head up north, right? This is the only thing right in front of us.
If what Salon says, there might be Sisters of the Veil up north, right?
Yes, sister.
And in the
A
and,
sister of the Veil up north.
and one in the desert and one down in Gaul. So you might as well go down to Gaul. It's actually
No,
better
but
because we don't
No,
have to
but-
pass the mountains.
well, if we are headed north, it's two birds and one stone.
Yeah, it's two birds that might live millions of miles apart and stone.
North is a big place. Kind of why I didn't go there first.
Well, I can only hope that it's close enough to where we need to go.
Maybe there's a way of like. Never mind. It's a little too macabre.
Huh?
I mean, there has to be some way to. You're not the first person to lose an arm.
No, but maybe Ralph has an extra arm for me.
I think he only collects
No.
legs.
If Ralph is there, I don't know if Ralph is with us.
Ralph kind of
Probably in
like
the carriage still, right?
lifts half of his body up, wiggles his legs, and kind of sits back down.
I'm gonna pet him on the top of his chest head. I don't know.
Next time, lose a leg
It's a
instead.
puppy.
Maybe he could help you then. But yeah, I don't know.
In
Your
any
face?
case, yeah, let's not talk about it. What about that moon, the moon celebration you mentioned?
As a bright moon
What
celebration?
Yeah. I
Well.
don't think I've ever celebrated that.
So you should know that the wood elves of Luna Woodlands worship two goddesses: the bright moon and the dark moon. The bright moon Selune and the dark moon Selene. They are the two twin goddess deities. The bright moon and the dark moon celebration happen once every year during the days when there is the biggest full moon of the year and the smallest new moon of the year. It changes every year and it is predicted by the priestesses. But this year is happening the 3rd of December will be the bright moon celebration, and the 18th of December will be the dark moon celebration.
One
Which,
more time.
Funnily enough, yes,
When exactly is that Bright Moon celebration again?
the 3rd of December.
That's
So,
where we're heading, right?
Yes, we should arrive in Everest right one day before it.
Salon?
You kind of see the smirk on Melora and Trego's faces that they have been listening and kind of queuing this for a while now.
Finally, now the next celebration next year is happening in January. 2nd January. So we're getting a couple big moons in a row. But I won't be going for that one. I have other business. In any case, it is, I guess, the biggest holiday celebration for the Woodlands. The elves gather and pray to the bright moon, to Selune. They remove all of the lights and spend the night in darkness, under the light of the moon, and just enjoy the moonlight and eat and drink and spend their time with family. They do, however, decorate their streets with polished silver and mirrors, so they make it so that the light is refracted and you can walk. Well, I guess I have better eyesight than most people, so for me it's almost as good as day. But I guess for some of you it will still be a little bit dark. But it is very beautiful, that I can tell you. There's also
Sounds like it'd be. Sorry.
It's okay. There's also a story that Selune, she has a messenger known as a lunar moth, and they pray for him to come, and if he comes, it means that somebody is gonna be very, very blessed and it's gonna be a good year. But I haven't seen it yet.
I wonder what kind of food they have there.
Sounds like it's going to be very romantic. And she slyly wiggles her eyebrows at Arliss. She's like glancing over, like slightly nodding her head to the princess.
He's definitely avert not looking your direction. Well, I don't know. But after what the two of you seem to have already noticed, I don't think we're heading anywhere else but to Bright Moon, at least.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that exciting?
Well, the last time I met elves, they turned out to be dragons, so... Well, no, that wasn't exactly the last time. But, yeah.
Emavine and the lady in red are not.
Yeah, that's why I said not exactly.
The last time you talked to an elf, it said "fuck you."
And I apologized like 25 times.
To be fair, 100% of elves that did not like you very much were high elves.
Yeah, and like 50% of them were like dragons. Actually, elves.
Every second high elf is a dragon.
This is how I'm gonna treat this from now on.
Who do you know? Maybe I'm always a dragon.
Yeah, sure.
Because I would definitely allow a player character to be a dragon. Well, I mean, I'm going to be part of the ceremony. I'm sure if you wanted to, I could have it arranged for you to participate as my retinue or as friends, even.
That does
Either
sound
way,
like fun.
Was that an invitation for all of us?
Of course, friends of Sharon Stellans are my friends.
As far as we're concerned, if I'm not too bold to say, you and Jahan are honorary members right now.
I'm going to be definite members as soon as we can visit quite soon. But yeah. Well, I do hope Pip will be in Nebraska.
Oh, I hope. I miss her so much.
I do too.
So have I.
Anyway, do you guys wanna look around for the instigators tomorrow? Or not?
The what?
The people who attacked this carriage.
I would.
I don't think there's any point in the middle of the night right now. Unless they have fires lit or something, which they actually might. So,
Well, I mean, it wouldn't hurt me to take a little tour through the sky and just keep my eyes open if I see any light.
doesn't sound all that bad, yeah. Just don't, you know. I mean, you'll know the dangers best when you see them, so.
I would like to excuse myself and go out.
Before he leaves,
yeah.
enhance ability to help with. Will that help with perception checks?
Yeah.
Wisdom, definitely.
Okay.
Oh,
I cast enhance ability.
How long
thank
does
you.
it last?
An hour.
1 hour.
1
okay.
hour. Yeah, that's pretty much the time that I would spend flying in the general direction the captain pointed me at,
Right.
and fly high and just basically look for any light sources.
Do make me a perception check. Straight one, because you have disadvantage in the dark, but
14.
14.
Enhance ability gave us a +1.
As a matter of fact, as you start making circles, you do see light in the distance.
Okay, I would like to fly down to the ground, get off. How far away is it?
Let's see. By in the distance, I mean like after you get up, it's like a good 5 to 10 miles away from this camp you're in right now.
That works out time and distance wise, right?
Ah,
Sort of.
Okay.
That sounds like it works out time and distance wise from when they were attacked to this. Like when was the camp attacked? Or the carriage basically.
An
How
hour
many
ago,
hours? An hour ago.
I guess, by now.
Then it's a little far, I guess, but maybe.
I mean, it's not for you to decide, it's for others to decide.
I know.
How far is the light away from me?
That's what I'm talking. Well,
Oh, I thought it was 5 miles away from the camp.
well, I guess more like 10 miles from the camp, like 5 miles away from you.
Okay, I would like to fly closer.
As you get closer, close enough to be able to see something in the dark, Well, this is just one of those towers that are being built. The workers there have set a campfire, and cooking food.
Okay. Well, in that case, I would head back. If they do not look like they have equipment to fight.
And you'd have to get close and look. Because right now you're basically like making circles above them.
Yeah. Can I see if they have horses?
Make a perception check. They have a couple oxen, but no horses.
Okay. Well, in that case,
It's
I
not
would
even oxen,
fly-
it's gonna be like mules most likely, or donkeys.
Okay.
Basically working beasts.
Well, in that case, I would fly back.
You do spend a good 2 hours basically on the trip,
Yeah.
here and there. So by the time you come back, it's definitely late, and you should go to bed.
I think probably most of the other people already went.
Before I go to bed, I would like to see if they have posted guards.
Oh yeah. Like basically, your turn is first and foremost greeted by like rows of crossbows, and then recognize you and like, all right, that's our people.
Yeah, they should recognize my Pegasus.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I would just go to bed.
Like at least half of the camp is currently awake.
No, I don't want to go to bed. I would like to search for Melora. If she's not somewhere in the private. I would just take a look around if she's awake, and if I don't find her, I would go to bed.
How late is it?
11.
She might be getting ready to go to bed, so you might be able to find her.
Okay. Melora, you want to do the brain thing, the thought thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, now should be fine.
Is Trago there? He's probably there.
Probably.
Right? Trago, you want to come with us?
Sure.
I just want to make sure that someone is close by. I would probably, yeah. If that's all right with you, Melora.
Yeah.
I assumed.
Of course.
Good. Then I would like to take them a bit outside of the camp. And when we reach something like 100 feet away from the camp, I would like to say, okay, I don't know if this will work and how it will work and what happens. I will read your thoughts. I promise you that anything that I will hear, I will tell no one, except if you allow me. You will know what I will hear. I want you to think and really focus on the day you were born and on the day you lost consciousness and came back with your chest glowing. I want you to focus on these memories, and I would like to give her inspiration for what it's worth. And then I would ask, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, then I will cast Detect Thoughts on her. And I would like to see if I can find any memories, any
Can you cast the
knowledge.
spell, please?
Yeah. This might be a stretch. Or it is a stretch.
Oh dear. Well, the way I see the spell is it's up to Melora to tell us what her emotions or thoughts were during those moments.
Okay. Well, thinking back to when she was told about her birth, because I don't think she'd remember the actual birth itself. She was confused at first when her parents told her, but initially she didn't worry about it because she was concerned about her parents and how much they looked hurt telling her the truth. So she had pushed that further from her mind. When she was unconscious, she did have a dream about a young girl with black hair. It didn't strike her as odd, and she was concerned once she came to and everybody told her that she was glowing blue. That's pretty much it. She really didn't know too much about it. I guess her initial thoughts are just full of concern and worry.
I just know about the thoughts she's having, right? It's not like I can see what she's picturing or something like that.
As far as I can tell, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
It's detect thoughts, it's not read thoughts. I'm not sure if there's such spell.
I don't know either. It's just something.
No, it's not in the game. It's a level 2 spell, man.
Yeah.
Can't expect too much from it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a level 2 spell. It's not a master's in psychology.
Yeah.
You're muted.
That won't get you there either.
You got a master's?
Okay.
Yes.
That young girl with black hair that you dreamed about. Do you know her?
Off the top of my head, no. I didn't recognize her. I did have a dream about a unicorn, though, a while back, too. But I figured that was just a, I guess, fever dream for when Arliss managed to summon a unicorn, because I was fascinated by it.
Yeah, that might be it. I don't see a unicorn fitting into this picture.
Yeah. Apparently, in the vision, the young girl and I were close friends. We were playing, I think, hide and seek with each other. It did feel like a happy. I want to say maybe a memory because I can't think of a dream or a vision being that detailed, you know?
Did you ask your parents about them? About that little girl?
No, this happened after we left my parents back in Nebo.
Okay. Well, sorry, I didn't see or feel anything. I guess I hope the spell would do more than it actually can.
It's alright. I really appreciate you trying. And she smiles and puts her hand on his shoulder. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And he just turns around and trots back. I turn around again. Selfish being roams this earth. Lightning has announced its birth. Lose lies, retrieve your right only while the moon is bright. I think we should definitely go to that festival.
We are.
And we should think of a way how we use this. Maybe we should look like
Don't look at Don, guys.
The evil smirk.
Do you know of any like fortune tellers or something like that, soothsayer that might help in this matter? Maybe there's some like super wise person that might help us interpret this. If I'm sorry if you actually want to find out. It's sorry. Do you want to find out, or am I intruding? I
No, not at all.
my curiosity always takes over.
No, I get it. No, I want to find out as well. If I've done wrong by somebody or some god, I want to make it right.
I can't picture you doing something wrong. If you ask me this, I think a lie isn't always used to let's put it in another way. Maybe the lie is just covering something up. Maybe it's just about finding out something about yourself that you're trying to forget, or something that you're not yet knowing.
Perhaps, but what about the penance? Isn't penance usually used for punishment?
Well, yeah, but maybe it's about you. Maybe you just think that there might be some penance necessary. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Yes, my teacher Henja taught me about it.
What if you have lived a life before, and maybe memories of that life transfer over to the next one, and maybe there's something hidden in your soul. I don't know much about that.
Perhaps, and maybe eventually things will be done over time. Or it might reveal itself over time.
Yeah. I turn around and walk away again. And just wave good night.
Good night.
Have a good
Say,
night.
Laura, this might be a stupid question, but you don't know if you have a sister, perhaps, right?
My parents said that they weren't able to give birth, so no, I don't think so. They didn't mention anything about another child.
Because maybe this... I'm having a hard time to believe that selfish being that roams this earth is you. So maybe it's... I don't know. Someone exactly your age that was born at the same time. I don't know, I'm just throwing
Wait.
ideas.
Wasn't there a big storm when we went up against that tree?
Mm-hmm.
What if it was born then?
But we didn't see anything afterwards.
Maybe it didn't happen there. Maybe the lightning just signified the birth. Doesn't necessarily mean it had to happen there.
It could be. There's still the part of lose the lies and retrieve your right. Retrieve your
That's-
right sounds like you're a princess.
Oh, let's not go that far. Hopefully not. Retrieve your right, though. Something fallen, maybe?
I'm really bad with these stuff.
No, you're still giving me comfort. And she puts her hand on his shoulder and hugs him. I really appreciate it, Trigo, and I can't say how glad I am that you're brought back.
It's good to be back. That
She
makes
smiles
sense.
up at him. I didn't get to say it earlier, but I love you too, Trigo.
I love you too. It's good to hear it from you.
I don't like that message and seeing Dan with his hands in front of his face. I don't like that at all.
Oh, damn.
Once you feel safe, lightning strikes you and you're both dead.
Oh, okay. No, you can't remove it. We saw it. All right.
I'm sure only
after
one
that-
person understood what I meant by that. You're a terrible, terrible person.
I think everyone understood what you meant by that.
Sure.
So, anyway, she's gonna give him a kiss on the cheek and be like, "Well, we better go get some rest. Have a good night, Trigo."
Wait, I'm not coming with you?
Are you? I mean, I'd be more than welcome to, more than okay with it. Are you?
Yes.
I'm sorry, out of character. That was so cute.
Playing him as he should be.
So, as the night passes and Traeger loses his chance to multi-class into a wizard forever, we're welcomed by the new day on the 29th of November with all of you partially rested. Milor and Traeger, your minus to everything is at -3 as your body recovers slowly. You are provided with some rudimentary ways to wash your faces. Food is offered.
Prestidigitation. Who cares about
Well-
washing your faces?
Would there be a mirror close by, or?
Oh, the scrying mirror.
Oh, we don't have a mirror. Also, our scrying crystal ball has a crack in it now.
Yeah.
Oh god, the damn ball. I keep forgetting it's a ball, not
Next
the
time
mirror.
you should buy a mirror.
Yeah, next time we're buying a mirror because we'll need a new one anyway.
Well, Trigger will take a few moments in the morning to just try and look at his reflection in the water while washing his face.
I mean, the princess surely travels with mirror.
Oh, definitely.
I wouldn't want to break one of hers.
Why would you have to break?
It's like, let me look at myself.
Okay, I'll take that.
Traeger walks into Luna woodlands. Small birds and fury creatures start falling dead all over him. He's declared a biohazard.
I'm the new Shrek.
Oh, just for flavor, I do not sleep outside or in any tent. I will cast Leomund's tiny fucking hut for the first time in this game. And sleep in my
Oh
hut.
my god, we have why did we sleep in fucking inns when we could have been using that to protect ourselves? Hello?
Because beds. Beds.
But I would have preferred the safety of this thing instead of beds.
9 creature, that's not so tiny.
No, it would be enough for us 5.
Lemon's tiny hut feeds 3 cockroaches or 1 mouse.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we could have been
Oh,
safe.
but by the way, for this one, I will get Arlis and say, "Watch this. If he's already sleeping, I will wake him."
Oh, this has tradition. It does. If you try to wake Arls, he just rolls over. Not again. I thought we were past this.
No. I have something that
Yeah.
God, I never use it. I need to show you. Come on.
Salon always used to say that to go fuck yourself. Don't wake
The
me
funny
in the
thing is,
middle
he
of the
doesn't know
night.
about it.
I'm pretty sure out of character he also doesn't know what we're talking about.
Oh,
Yes, this is amazing.
I'm gonna cast Mass Suggest. No.
go for it.
No. I will not. Well, then I will sleep in my cool magical hut by myself.
Magical hut? Are you high?
No.
Oh, what? Oh,
Would you like to
Why
be
does-
high? I do have spells for that.
you do?
Oh yes.
No thanks. But why does everyone always feel the need to wake me in the middle of the night? It's horrible.
I don't know. You seem like the person who would be most interested.
Yeah,
And fuck it! I will
I'm-
wake Jahan and
I'm coming. I'm
take him up.
coming. I'm coming.
And
Do you
I will
actually wake Jahan?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Seems like the type of person which you would love to surprise because he always has this great surprise expression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be someone who actually appreciates magic.
Yeah, and values it. Yeah. Could you make it with the kitchen next time?
Sounds like
Oh my god, that sounded almost exactly like him. I had to
Yeah,
turn on the
That
cameras.
was pretty good.
It was pretty good. So what? We are going outside to meet your cat, or
Yes.
Excellent.
And
I'm
then
glad I
I'll
got
go
up.
back to sleep. No, I will cast Leomund's tiny hut and invite you all in to stay if you want to. I don't know how much space there is in all the tents.
what the fuck is this?
This is my hut.
I mean, the fun fact is
What's the?
you're going through it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what's the point of creating?
And I will jump in and say, try to touch me. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I mean, did it? I mean,
You
I,
managed to touch him, and he said that.
I presume this time I hit the barrier.
it doesn't work like that. Either you allow him from the start to go in,
Yeah.
and he can't touch you. Can't touch
We
this.
did touch you.
Or you make sure he can't go in, and then it's like, I cast a spell, you're welcome to spend the night with me. Oh, wait, you can't.
Try to touch me right now. Oh yes.
But it just blocks sight, I guess.
I can make it see through, I think, when I create it.
No, I mean from the outside it looks opaque. It says,
Oh,
but
yeah.
then from the inside it's transparent.
Yeah. And I'll just
So-
stick on my head and say, "This is pretty cool, isn't it? Are you at
mean,
least a bit
Does
happy
it
that I woke you for this?"
does it protect against rain?
Oh yes, and it's warm.
I'll take a step inside. Oh, you can actually see from this side.
Yeah,
I
I invite you in to actually come inside.
What color is it?
Green footnote.
Bright red.
Let's attract all of the enemies.
We
Orange.
need, shit, we need a sigil for Heron's talent.
I would probably make it something that that's more or less. It's hard to see in the night, so something like
Black.
black brownish.
Okay, it makes more sense when you're inside of it.
Yes.
So it's just like building a home if you can't sleep in an inn.
Yeah, and it seems to have some at least minor safety from spells. I don't know exactly how much, but I never tried it.
And second. And I would like to try and shoot the fireball through just at the floor outside.
Just like that, fireballs are just
Bolt.
you fling.
Bolt. I'm not throwing a fireball.
In
So,
the camp.
As all of you incinerate inside of
Damn it, Arliss, we just came back.
You're not
No,
there.
no,
You're sleeping
the two
somewhere
of
else.
you are
You're
not
staying-
there.
I know.
This is a good question. Would you say it doesn't work at all because you need to set starting points, ending points? Like your fireball doesn't even work, or it like
I think
shoots and dispels at the
I
wall?
I think it
would
shoots and
just
dispels.
hit like a wall and disperse.
I guess.
Wait, does it affect the people that are allowed into the tent?
Yes, that part
Well,
does.
yeah, you shouldn't stand in the way of the firebolt.
But no, I don't think he means that. What he means is if my spells, because I'm allowed inside, could still pass through, but they can't.
No.
The only way
that
to
works
use
both directions.
this spell is if you have bows and arrows, because bows and arrows can
Yeah.
pass.
But that's-
Or if you stick your hand and head outside of the tent and then shoot the fireball and then run
Yeah.
in.
yeah,
yeah.
true.
You can't
That-
do that actually. It's like the moment you leave, the spell is over.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I cannot do that, but others could.
He's basically Blaze with his bunker
Yeah.
ult.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty useful if we're inside. That's
I sit pridefully in the back of the tent and say,
one thing about this though. Remember the assassins?
yeah,
They're telling me we could have slept in this
yes.
instead of an inn.
I kind of had to level up for it.
Why did
No.
we not do that?
Because I'd never used it before. It was just some like trick that I learned and not really used.
Well,
And
I know what we're
you see shame in his face that
Listen.
he didn't think of that.
Listen,
Well,
well,
I-
I have an
I
idea.
didn't know that there were assassins cutting our hair.
Fair enough.
It's barber assassins.
Listen, how about the next time we get to a bigger city, we buy a fucking fancy ass tent, and then it's like sleeping in an inn, but inside this protected bubble for the future.
Yes.
That sounds awesome. Can the tent be many colored and with lots of cushions?
No. Unfortunately, I think we still have to bring the cushions, but
No, I mean we can buy that, right?
You have bedrolls.
I'm
Oh, those aren't good enough.
I mean, I can give it another color the next time I cast it.
No, but I mean, sorry, this out of character, as I mentioned, basically, because it's only a dome, right? It's not like you sleep on something comfortable in there.
Oh no,
That's
it's,
what. That's
Just
what.
a dome.
That's basically what he's suggesting: is buying something super
it
comfortable that
has
you can
a
put up.
floor, so nobody can dig under it, and like if you make it on dirt, it's gonna be fine. But like right now, if you fall asleep, you're gonna fall asleep on the grass or on your bedroll. But
Yeah,
if
that's
you
my
buy
point.
a tent that fits within a 10-foot radius, which is sufficient place, and you cast the spell inside of a tent in the middle of the sure, you have a protected tent. That's
Awesome. Or we don't need tents. We just
Inception.
need ultra luxurious bedrolls, right? Like
yeah.
fucking.
Um,
Oh, I'm. Let's see what
So
nice bird.
next week, you buy your card again, and you hire someone to breathe.
And we buy camping equipment.
And somebody just follows you and carries beds for you.
Yes, we are doing that. Do not laugh. It might happen.
And now you should just like build a wagon by this point.
Oh my god, that's actually a good concept.
It's rare.
Player.
We could actually just build a fucking wagon that fits inside.
It doesn't even have
You
to
just
fit
need
inside, it
yourself,
just
yeah.
has to have a 10-foot radius sleeping area, and you can cast the spell in this area.
I will think about this.
I create an armored, huge trailer that you travel in,
Yes.
Anything that
dragged by
concerns-
8 war horses.
Anything that concerns quality of life while traveling is highly appreciated by Arliss.
Hey,
Yes, it is. It's like top priority.
you have almost
Almost.
50,000 gold waiting for you in Nebo,
No, we have more than 50.
which you're never coming back for.
Well, there are banks in other places too, like in Abereska. They have a local outlet, right? So does Kreutzung, from what I remember. Kreutzung does.
Crossing that, yes.
And other See does too, I think. Something like that. So places do have outlets for that kind of money. Excellent.
This is getting ridiculous.
We're buying that. I mean, it's maybe a little long. No, that's like it's 6 meters, right? 10-foot radius is like 6 meters. Oh yes, that looks amazing.
I have a much better idea. It's
Oh
just a
yeah, this
picture,
one is
but-
great.
Oh, I like that one too. If it's comfortable on the backside, I like that one.
Okay, so I have this hut, and I totally forgot about that. It actually has a lot of good features. So now we know, and in case we get attacked, we get the princess in here.
It took you quite a while to cast it, though.
It did take me a minute, but it should be up for a few hours. Something
Yeah, but
like
it
8 hours.
can. Okay, so you can just take people in afterwards.
No. It only works on those people who were next to you when you were casting the spell.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, it's not that abusable.
So it was like, hey, artist, stand next to me for a minute while I cast the spell. It's gonna be totally awesome. Yeah, this spell is worded very carefully so that you can't use it in
too
combat.
hardly.
Like,
You
the
can't
only
have
way
it though
is-
indefinitely.
Hmm?
You can't have it indefinitely as long as you
can.
have 3 spell slots.
I mean,
It's a
yeah.
ritual. I don't need a spell slot.
Yeah.
I just need to recast it once I'm getting close to the 8-hour mile.
Okay. I'm definitely sleeping in here. I'm getting a bedroll and sleeping in here. I'm bringing Leas's bedroll too.
Right? Wonderful.
You're having a pajama party.
We're having a magic is cool party.
Friendship
You're
is
muted.
magic. Magic is friendship.
And magic is awesome party. Okay.
And can you feel
Alright, yeah.
the magic tonight?
Well, I guess Trego is, yes.
So,
We're having a nature is fun party.
anyway.
Giggity.
Anyway. Anyhow and anywho. The morning comes, you get your breakfast, you get yourselves presentable. The royal carriage has been dug out of the ditch during the night. The crossbow bolts has been removed. However, after a brief conversation between the princess and Captain Kinsey, they decide that their carriage itself will just travel onwards as normal, and princess will travel with you in your carriage, like pretending to be a supply carriage or something like that. Or more like princess said that I'm gonna travel with them, I'm gonna be safer with them than I'm gonna be anywhere else, and Captain doesn't really have much of a choice in this matter. Unless you decline.
No. I was just thinking about using this guy's self on her.
What are you looking at, Dan?
It's hard to see, and I was trying to read what he wrote. Yes, that was. Because I see nothing. I don't know what he saw.
She like never mind. I can definitely
What?
see
No,
it.
no, she's not naked. She's just embarrassed.
No, she's
Puts
not
a pillow in front.
Aww.
Sounds disappointed.
Okay.
No, I'm saying aw because it's cute. He's concerned about her.
Yeah, she can join us in our carriage. Otherwise, I would have joined hers and her and hers anyway. So, makes sense.
Yeah, I will say I will tell the princess, in case it comes again to battle, I will make you invisible.
And she turns invisible.
She claps for your idea.
Thank you. That would be wonderful. I've never been invisible before.
Oh, it's quite fun. If you want, we can become invisible on the festival and just take a stroll and make people fall.
I think that would be very rude and rather inappropriate.
Yes.
We can do that, Leos.
Nice.
So, as soon as the whole caravan prepares and guards give it all clear, you set off and head towards the mall as your current final destination.
I will be using the journey to tell her about. What are we telling her about this time? Most of what we did in Nebo, but I'm definitely telling her about the ship for now.
You are
The other
telling.
things, not telling
okay.
her about the ship for now. No, everything. Glittering halls, assaulting Ceruleus's home, meeting Lady Khazar.
You're using
Meeting the
the scene
patrician.
visibility before you tell her that, right?
Probably, yeah, that makes sense. But it's probably gonna be a long ass story together, so multiple times.
You're using what?
This.
Scene visibility. Yeah.
Okay. Can you cast me a couple more times in case you fireball the carriage?
No fireballs.
Because that would have been an interesting end to the story.
No. I can't just counterspell it.
All right.
It doesn't. It only costs me a spell slot.
Curse you. Right. Britta seems extremely fascinated with your story. She listens to it attentively and asks you questions and comments on it. She seems very excited to one day meet Lady Khazar because she sounds amazing and it's wonderful. Yeah.
As we get to the end of the Glittering Hall story, I'm also gonna give her the thingy I got from down there that Mr. Tassiter, who is now the chief of the corporation, so generously gave to me.
You mean Mr. Tassiter, who no longer is the chief of the corporation?
Oh yeah, I don't remember. Jack, however.
John.
Whoever took
Jack
over.
and Cressney.
Cressney. Yeah, handsome Jack. Yeah.
John. His name is
No,
John.
Sorry, John.
When was it changed to John?
His official name is John.
Okay,
Has always
Sure.
been.
sure. I believe you.
Everyone has called him John.
And I'll give her the plague. Or the one that Jahan ripped off, like the small sign.
Give or give away? Like permanently?
Give away.
Right.
Permanently, the way I gave her the piece part at the final from the
Oh, you
golem.
did? Alright.
Yes, I gave her that as well.
Huh.
No, you don't remember that? Okay, that's
No,
great.
like because after you said like why you got them, I thought that's
Yeah,
why you kept
but
them,
no,
but you didn't.
no, I'm giving both of them to her.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense you wouldn't know that you'd need them from them. You'd need them for that. Right. So yeah, you spent. I guess this time it's a much more exciting travel because even though you've been through those stories, just like seeing her face like light up with interest and ask questions and be less of a princess and more of a young girl who likes stories very much. And Neb itself seems to be very fascinating to her. It's different from what Creosote is, and as you talk about all of the strange people you've seen, orcs and goblins and tieflings, she says that she's never seen creatures like that. And it's wonderful, and maybe Creosote is gonna be like that one day too.
I
Yeah.
would also like to ask what's up with all of these towers that are rising. They seem to be pretty new, most of them, and I don't think we noticed much of them. And they seem to be built all along the roads now.
Oh, yes, that's a, how does he call it? A corporation from Nebo. They're building them for something?
The corporation called Vision.
Yeah, that's the one. They came to Crozon and purchased the rights from my father. He was actually quite happy they did it because he said that if the dragons are gonna come, so many watchtowers are gonna be very useful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not building them as watchtowers, but it's still gonna be good for that.
You know the person I told you about, the one whose home we assaulted, who we are current. We think
Yeah?
he's connected to that organization
Why?
very strongly. Because there were multiple weird things that happened with the invitation for me directly when previously we had been kidnapped. Vision, him being the first creature I've ever met that's a cyclops or whatever that is with the one eye. I think your father should look into that. I don't know. I am very paranoid about that stuff.
I'll warn I'll warn father when I see him next time. But
Please do.
well, I mean, what would they build them for? It's not like they can be used to make a war. They're not well fortified.
Do you know where they're building them? On all the roads? Just in
Cr-
specific
well,
places?
we saw them along the roads. Like, from what I understand, when they're built, you should be able to see one tower from the other tower.
To transfer messages quickly?
That's what they said, yes. They thought it was going to be a new means of communication. The first one. So that's also good. Because father said if we need to warn even you or somebody else about the dragons or the movement of the army, this is going to be very useful for that.
Yeah, and all of the information will be in Vision's head.
They're a little bit too far from each other, so it must be something different than using fire or just waving flags, because we know about that, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out sooner than later, but I'll warn father about your worries. We'll definitely check it again.
Have him also check, like, if they're built in what looks like any order that creates a bigger symbol if you look at the whole of Aldana.
Okay.
Just a hunch.
Okay. Sure. Well, I guess if you're coming with me back to Curzon, you could tell him yourself.
Yeah, but I think if you tell him, it'll weigh a little more.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, Father has a lot of respect for you, for all of you, but for you as well. He's been speaking well of yours.
Yeah, I guess.
Actually, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you because that's going to be a surprise, but,
Yeah, that's a great way to start that sentence.
well, I guess it's still gonna be a surprise. I'm sure you like
Sure.
it.
Yes, I love surprises when they don't try to kill me. So, yeah, definitely.
It's not that kind of surprise, though.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
what
good
I
thing.
presumed.
And I guess this day you also travel a little bit longer and arrive to Tevmo by nightfall. Tevmo turns out to be basically a cottage, not very big one. It looks like it's maybe one big family. Okay. And as the guards start preparing for the camp around the cottage, it opens, and outside of it walks out an elf, a wood elf dressed in rather simple clothes that slightly my apologies. Green and brown in colors, and rather simple and honestly look a lot like the very same clothes that Rega's mother made and gifted to the ladies of the group. But he walks out and presents himself as one moment. And presents himself as Idron, and tells you that he is glad to see that Her Highness has made it safely, and that his home is at her disposal, and that he would be glad to escort her to Everest the following day. Any additional measures you would like to take or do before spending the night in here?
I would probably offer the princess that she could sleep in the hut if she wanted. If she would feel more safe there. But only if she wants to.
What hut?
Oh, I have this magic hut that I can create. It's pretty cool.
Magic
It is.
hut? Like a small home that you can make?
You want to see?
Of course!
Come on, I'll show you. And I casted it again, and this time she and the rest of the group will be in the vicinity when I cast it, so everyone actually can enter.
So,
I think this will.
do you do it as a ritual, or?
Oh yeah.
So you have everyone stand very close to you for very awkward 11 minutes?
It's not that close. It's like 6 meters apart up to. It's really far, actually.
Ah, well, fuck it. I mean, the princess has things to do. I will cast it with her spell slot.
Right. I'm sure this is gonna be the very important spell slot that you should have had for that deck is gonna come in tonight.
Yeah.
It might be.
She is very impressed. She asks you what colors could you make it.
What colors do you want?
Can you make it like the night sky?
I Can I? I can give it like a black, but not like the sky. That would be cool.
Oh,
Point
okay.
is, this thing here, no one but who he wants to can get inside, and spells can't get through from the outside, from what I know, or from the inside, so it's pretty
That's-
safe.
That's wonderful magic.
Yeah, it is.
My teacher has been teaching me a little bit about magic, but he never showed me like something like this. But we've been doing theory mostly anyway. He's a fun man.
People who need theory from.
What kind of magic did he teach you?
Well, it was not more like him teaching me magic. I'm not trying to be a wizard. I'm not sure I could or have the time to. It's more like, well, father said that it would be nice to understand how magic works anyway,
Oh,
in case I need somebody to do it for me. So he's been teaching me about the schools of magic and how they interact and how the weave of magic works and what kind of things you need to do to cast magic and how to protect yourself from magic and how the magic looks like in case I need to know it. Teacher Kavagas is... I mean, you'd never think he's a wizard when you look at him at first, but he's a pretty good one.
what's his name?
His full name is...
Does he sound super old?
No.
His voice? No?
He's... I never asked how old he is, but he's... maybe 40. It's hard to say with his people. He
But
looks
He's
rather young.
your father's wizard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he contacted me a
Oh.
couple of days ago.
Oh.
That's why he sounded very old.
Oh, is it the
It's
one
not
with
old
the
at
super
all.
long name?
Sorry, what did you ask, Lewis?
Is it the one with the super long name?
Yeah,
Yes,
that one.
yes. His name is Teacher Kavagas, book reader Nolokutea.
Oh yeah, okay, we heard of that one.
Yeah, he's what he told me about his people. He says that his people are a giant king. He's very big. He has his tattoos all around his bodies. He's very strong.
Wait, is he Goliath?
Yes, that's what the name was. Yes, he's a Goliath.
You're telling me that you have a Goliath wizard in your castle?
Yes,
This is so cool.
he's very cool.
He sounds fun. I gotta meet him when I'm back.
I'm sure it could be made. He's very friendly. He taught me a lot about the ways of his people, and also tells me that magic is good, but being able to, well, to reiterate the words, destroy your enemies with your bare hands is also important.
Well, I'm very lucky, I
Well-
think. Or no, I'm not.
Princess, for the night, if danger comes, come to me into this hut. As long as I'm in here, the hut will remain. You do not have to sleep inside, but you can come back if you wish. Can she?
I think so.
Yes.
I think-
As
yeah.
long as I'm inside.
As long as
can-
you're
she
inside,
can-
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I will. Thank you. It's been nice traveling with you.
Sure.
Well, I'll see you in the morning.
Good night. As soon as she's out of listening range, I will turn slowly towards Owls and say, "She likes you."
How can you tell?
I go closer to him and say, I've known her for years, and she told me stories about you long before I met you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm. If you ever need some romantic music, I'll be there for you.
Thank you, but
And you
no,
walk
thank you.
away.
Thank you, but no, thank you. No, he can't walk away. He's bound to the hut.
I'm like a house genie now. Yeah, just be nice to her. She's pretty awesome. And I will punch you in the dick if you hurt her.
You can certainly try.
I will punch you with my big hand.
You can certainly try.
No, you're a nice person. You will not hurt her.
Famous
And I
last
will-
words.
Go to sleep.
Alright. So in that case, you spent this particular night in Tevmo. It seemed that the guards will, most of them will remain here, as they are literally not allowed to move into the woodlands. It is basically the 4 of you, the 5 of you, well, the 6 of you if you can't summon, sorry.
We're definitely counting our level 11 or 10.
And Captain Kinsley, obviously, a couple more guards, and a couple from princesses, like servants that will travel further. But your entrance into the woodlands, the trip to Everesca and everything else, will experience next week.
Okay.